Does it not have a price just because they figure nobody's ever actually going to buy this thing? You got a gift? Awesome.
Since you're going to be out a lot more. That's it for the show. We got.
If you guys go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
There's an exit over there.
Okay. So I'll put it in your bag. So there we go. It's in the pocket that's furthest away from your bag. All right, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, so you come over here?
Yeah, I came over here. I couldn't find it. I was pretty confused.
Alright, so this is the front plaza, so where's this thing gonna be? Is it this thing?
Yeah, this is where the art is.
Alright.
I suppose. And I went with you.
Oh yeah, here we go. Seals.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the New England Aquarium and the Atlantic Harbor Seal exhibit. My name is Ira. I'm a volunteer here in the Marine Mammal Department. The trainers will be out very shortly to start this morning's session, and before they come, I'd like to spend a few minutes to tell you a little bit about the animals in front of you, in the tank in front of you. We have 6 Atlantic Harbor Seals. There are 2 males and 4 females, and they break down into 2 family groups. All the animals except one, Lana, were born here in the New England Aquarium. So what you're looking at are brothers and sisters from 2 different families. And much like human families, characteristics, traits, get passed down from generation to generation. And so here in the tank, there are distinguishing marks that let you determine which family is which. If you take a look at their bellies, you'll notice that one family has very dark spots on their belly, and the other family is what we call the silver or the non-spotted family. So you're looking at mom and brothers and sisters from one family and just a brother and sister in the case of the non-spotted family on the other side. These animals, as their name implies, Atlantic Harbor Seal, are found here in the Western Atlantic. This particular species of animal ranges anywhere from Nova Scotia, Canada to the north to the Jersey Shore to the south. And so you can find these animals off the coast of Massachusetts. A lot of times people will find these animals on the beaches of the Cape, certainly on the harbor islands or Boston Harbor and such. As the animals swim by you, if you notice, they have very short front and rear flippers, which means while they're very good at maneuvering in the water, they're not so good on land. And so a lot of times people will find these animals sitting sort of in the water-land wash and think that the animal's in trouble because the animal's not quite all the way up on the land. But reality is just that the animals are not that great on climbing too far up on the land. So if you do happen to see one of these animals up on a beach or on a rock near you and things like that, feel free to give it a good look, but don't get too close because the animal is not in distress, even though it may look like it is. A couple of other interesting things about these animals. These animals can dive to depths of about 400 feet and hold their breath for 25 minutes. And the way they do that is very interesting evolutionarily. They slow their heart rate down from a normal 60, 70 beats per minute all the way down to 4 or 5 beats a minute, so that the oxygenated blood is only flowing between their heart, lungs, and brains. And that's how they're able to hold their breath for those extended periods of time. But more often than not, the animals are only diving to about 30, 40 feet as they search for their favorite food, fish. And so as such, they don't really need to hold their breath that long. Now that the trainers are around, let me give you a couple of ideas of what's going to be happening. As the trainers set up across the exhibit, you'll notice that they have, besides food buckets, other plastic objects in front of them. Those are name targets. And the seals have been trained to respond to those name targets. And so that's how the seal knows where the trainer wants them to come, which trainer they'll be working with, and things like that. So you'll see as each session starts, the trainers will call the seal to the name target. The name target is what the seal knows is the start of the process, and as soon as the animal puts his nose on the name target, the trainer knows the animal's engaged and ready to go.
How do you send it to them?
So as you watch the trainers work with the animals, they'll be working on two basic types of behavior. One behavior is what we call husbandry behavior. That's the behavior that lets us take care of the animals. So you'll see things like Patty in the middle here with Reggae or Chakota brushing their teeth. So they train the animal to open up their mouth so that we can brush their teeth. You'll see that in the front here, Erin is working with, who she got? She has Lana, and she's giving Lana some eye drops because Lana's had cataract surgery. You might find the animals laying out on the surface as the trainer checks their flippers, their fur, their body to make sure that there are no cuts, scrapes, or bruises. So again, husbandry behavior is the type of behavior that lets us make sure the animals are comfortable with being physically checked out and allow us to take care of the animal. The other type of behavior is non-husbandry behavior, and that is what we might refer to as tricks. So when you see the animal waving to us, or swimming along on the surface with its flipper on the glass, or dancing in the water, those are non-husbandry behaviors, and those are behaviors that have been trained to keep the animals mentally stimulated and mentally engaged. So as the trainers are doing their thing, let me tell you a little bit more about what's going on. The type of training that we use is called operant conditioning, and that's just fancy scientific talk for rewarding good behavior, ignoring bad behavior, the behavior that we don't want. And so as you watch the animals, you'll see they get rewarded when the trainer asks them to do something. Otherwise, the trainer may ask them to do something else so that, again, they get a reward for doing the proper behavior. Each animal has its own specific diet. The diet is made up of 3 types of fish: herring, capelin, and squid. And each one is tailored to the animal's caloric needs and where it is in its life cycle or seasonality right now. So as the session continues, I'll be a little quieter. If you have any questions, I'm right behind you guys. I'm happy to do my best to answer those questions for you. Otherwise, enjoy your day here at the New England Aquarium, and thank you very much for coming out.
So do we get an electric toothbrush further?
As soon as the wind calms down, I feel more, but after that, it's like the wind picks up and all the winds
Things like grabbing live fish that will be flopping around and just have to be rid of things like getting into the stations and things that again will take care of it. So the fact that you're feeding them dead fish and they're just sort of swarmed with it. The trainer might interrupt the animal. So it's like the animal just stuck its head up, and it gets into like a bottling in one full position, and that's something that the trainer wants to start to do. The trainer would say something like good blows under the animal. And then it might be things like hold the fish out so as the seal gets closer to its intake. The trainer would say, good. You're trying to get to the point where the seal nose puts its nose on the trainer's hand. And then we take pain and basically make it one of these plastic objects. So that hand trainer can work with any seal as long as it's got the right plastic object. So the seal nose, ideally will know, so it's that black plastic pain. She's working on so again, it's a little step by step, much like, we learn the alphabet before we can read. Same basic breakdown. We have two sea lion pups that were rescued in California that mom was abandoned. They were rescued by the St. Barbara seal.
Hey, Robert. Charlie, come back here. Come back here. I know, but I want to come up. Now what? You ready?